Straight ahead on UTD TV News, report on Waysha Bhattacharjee sits down with the newly elected student government and their future agenda.
We'll also have an update on the concealed carry on campus and when the bill will come into effect.
You also don't want to miss out on today's sports and an update on this March Madness. All this and more coming up.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into UTD TV News. I'm Anthony Lorienti.
And I'm Susie Kaduri. At the top, Texas government has come closer to a decision on the concealed carry on campus. The bill has passed in the Texas Senate and has now moved to the House.
The bill will allow licensed gun owners to carry a concealed weapon on college campuses.
Currently, the Senate bill is waiting. It's in the House and it's waiting to be assigned to a committee. Once it's assigned to a committee, there will be a public hearing. You guys are all invited.
It has been passed through the Senate and it should be going through the House, and the governor has expressed 100% support.
This topic has been up for heated debate from the first time it was represented. TEDxUTD will host its spring conference Sunday, April 12th. The theme is Beneath the Surface and will be held in the Clark Center Auditorium. The event will feature UTD professors, students, and outside professionals. Tickets are $5 and there's a 100-person limit, so registration is first come, first served. International political economy sophomore Caitlin Fortner and ATEC freshman Grant Branham won the student government election for president and vice president, respectively.
They ran as part of the Empowering Student Ticket. UTD TV reporter and Waysha Bhattacharjee sat down with the newly elected leaders to talk about their plans for the upcoming semester.
Because right now, like you said, there are abysmally low participation rates, not only in the surveys, but also in the elections. We only had about an 8% turnout, which to me, that's kind of saddening because I feel that students, there's so much going on and there's so much that they can have a voice in.
Well, a lot of what student government does happens behind closed doors or in these weekly meetings. One thing that Grant and I would really like to do is find a way to sort of break that mold a little bit. One way we might do this is by having committee meetings outside on the plinth for students to see and observe and maybe even interact with. And I think that just it increases the amount people know about how student government actually works, because people might not even know that we have committees or committee meetings.
For the full Q&A, check out www.utdtv.com or read the UTD Mercury. The Center for Students in Recovery is a new program that provides support for students recovering from addiction. A year later, the center and the associated organization, Students for Recovery, have made strides in their efforts.
Our reporter Natalie Pina-Marez talked to some of the students involved in the Center for Students in Recovery.
What used to be the Phase 1 Clubhouse is now officially the Center for Students in Recovery, and Collegiate Manager Zach Ramsey talked to us about what the new center has to offer the UTD community.
What we do here is we help students with all addictions, including substance use disorders, as well as process addictions like eating disorders, sexual compulsive behaviors, gambling, just anything that's related to codependency or relationships. We have 8 groups or meetings a week. We offer individual counseling. We have a student organization called Students for Recovery. We do social events, and it's ultimately just a community of peers for students to connect with each other in a way that, they're with peers that are living in recovery in the same type of life as them.
Student worker Madison McCool talked about his experience with the center.
Well, I'm a person in long-term recovery. I've been sober over a year now, and I heard through somebody who works on campus that they had this here, and I was just like, wow, that's perfect. I would really like to get involved in here, so I started showing up to different meetings, and it was just great because I was a little bit worried coming back to school. I started back in the fall to finish my bachelor's degree, and I was worried about having to go off campus to find meetings, having a community around a campus of other people in recovery or seeking recovery.
Now we go to our sports anchor, Esteban Bustillos, for our bi-weekly update.
Thanks, guys. Earlier today, senior pitcher Tyler Dower pitched a 1-0 shutout against UMHB for the men's baseball team. Dower only gave up 6 runs and was able to strike out 6 hitters. This was his 3rd shutout of the season, which is the first time in over a decade that a pitcher for the baseball team has had this much success. In golf, freshman Haley Hollis was able to lead the women's team to a 3rd place overall finish at the Laterno Spring Invitational. She finished in 2nd and was named the ASC Player of the Week for women's golf for only the 3rd time in program history. Now, in women's tennis, junior Avi Tran was named the ASC West Division Player of the Week. She had 2 wins in singles and 2 wins in doubles. The team right now is 3-1, and they're coming to the end of their season, so they'll need more from Tran and others like her as they prepare for the ASC tournaments. Back to you guys.
Now for an update on the search for the new UT Austin president. The UT System Board of Regents named UT Provost Gregory Fenves the sole finalist for the UT Austin presidency. Now there is a 21-day waiting period before he can officially be hired.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz has officially announced his candidacy for president in 2016. He is currently the only candidate who has officially announced his campaign.
Indiana and Arkansas state lawmakers have undergone scrutiny after passing controversial religious freedom acts that would allow business owners to discriminate against LGBT+ people.
There's been a lot going on in the world of entertainment as of late.
We go over to our entertainment correspondents, Priya Gidvani and Stephanie Villarreal for the latest.
Hello Comets, welcome to your Entertainment 411. I'm Stephanie Villarreal.
And I'm Priya Gidvani.
For starters, let's talk about the most anticipated Justin Bieber roast. That happened on Monday, and everyone is still laughing about it. Apparently, Kevin Hart took a couple of hard hits on Justin, and then there was Martha Stewart also joining in the fun.
What was Martha Stewart doing there?
Who knows? We don't know why Martha Stewart was there.
I guess everyone can be a comedian these days.
I guess so.
Well, anyways, other monumental history we have lately is Zayn Malik's emotional breakup with One Direction. Don't quote me on this, but he said something along the lines of, I guess this is my direction in a new direction. That's crazy. Anyways, he's decided to collaborate with Naughty Boy, and on top of this, this means this is his intro to his new solo career.
I wonder if a lot of his fans are thinking this might be a prank or something.
It's not, and I think we're all a little bit glad.
Oh, okay. But you do know what April Fool's brought, a lot of celebrities pranking on their fans. Some of my favorite tweets are Sam Smith saying, "Guys, I have some news. I'm straight." Is he straight? No, he's not straight. Obviously, April Fool's.
On top of that, Tom Felton, our Harry Potter guy, decided it would be funny to tell his whole fan base on Instagram that he's in a real-life couple with Daniel Radcliffe. I was kind of hoping it wasn't a joke.
I mean, that photo looks really edited, though.
Yeah, looks a little fake.
Yeah, obviously photoshopped. Let's see, Kanye West was very humble these days, and he said, "I'm not the greatest rapper." Obviously not Kanye West. Just kidding.
And finally, on top of that, we had on the Today Show 2 women appearing as nude. They were pixelated out with their dresses, so I guess it was kind of funny. Who doesn't want to see pixelated nude women on TV?
No one does.
Yeah, me either. Just kidding, I do.
Just kidding, April Fools.
April Fools!
Well, that's all the time we have. Back to you guys.
Susie, have you seen that cool new feature of Google Maps where you play as Pac-Man if you're bored?
I have, Anthony, and if you get bored, UTD Campus Pac-Man is actually pretty fun.
I did not know we had to have it on campus. Well, that's all we have here at UTD TV News. So, in the words of the late Jeremy Clarkson, no, he's not dead, but Top Gear is. And on that bombshell, we're over. My name is Anthony Lorienti.
And my name's Susie Kaduri.
And thank you.